Hi, friends. My name is Cindy. This is my sister Kathy.
Hello.
And we have had a series in the last month talking about the 8 laws of health. Today we want to talk about temperance.
And so I'm just going to ask you, because according to Chris Peterson and Martin Sigelman,
Okay.
he says there's 6 core human virtues, and one of them is temperance.
Okay.
And
okay.
so there are 4 distinct character
Mhm,
strengths.
mhm.
So the first one is forgiveness. So I'm going to ask you each one of these and and ask you how you applied those to get well. So the first one is forgiveness.
Okay, I had learned from a doctor. He told me if there's anyone you need to forgive, you need to think about that. So I started doing research on that, and I found out that I could forgive that person with actually having them in my life. It doesn't mean that they have to be my best friend or that I have to completely have them in my life, but I needed to forgive them and forgive what they had done to me. And so I went through a process of doing that.
Okay, very good. So the next one is mercy.
Okay, mercy. Well, mercy has to do with compassion. You have to have mercy towards someone that has done something bad to you. And, being understanding is another one for mercy. And I had to go through that process of doing that. And you can find out that it gives you peace when you do that.
So how about humility? How did that work in getting well?
Yeah, well, I had to be humble enough to come to God and say, I can't do this on my own. And that's the biggest example I can put, because I feel that the type of personality that I am, that I could just bulldoze in life and do whatever I wanted to do. And I wouldn't have to, I've got my own wisdom and I really don't need any help from anyone. And I've had to really work on that in life. And so
Haven't we all? We can do it ourselves.
Yes. And so I had to learn humility, that I had to listen to God.
So the next one is wisdom. So how did you use wisdom to get well?
I learned that my wisdom needed to come from God, because I didn't really have any wisdom. No one had wisdom for me, actually. And I turned to God, and He was able to help me and show me that I needed to do my own research about having multiple sclerosis and how everything was working. And so I went forward, and that's what I did. And I did my own research. I changed my lifestyle. I changed the way that my mindset was and the way I was thinking. And I got well.
So the next one, because it just leads right into that, is self-control. So tell us about self-control.
Self-control is huge. I remember when I was sick and we went to a place called Total Health Foundation, and they didn't have any sugar there. And I was used to eating a lot of sugar. I love sugar. But they had fruit. I remember eating oranges and thinking, I'm so hungry for sugar. Well, you know what? Over time, my taste buds changed, but it took some self-discipline to get there. I had to decide that I wasn't going to, whatever I was learning, that I was going to be self-disciplined enough by exercising every day, changing my lifestyle completely. And that includes the way that I was eating, resting, the way I was thinking, my trusting in God. All of these 8 laws of health that Kathy and I have been presenting, I had to do those. And really...
stick to them, right?
And stick to them.
Not deviate.
And it's not deviate, because it's called self-control. It's all about self-control. It is. So, and when that started happening, it really grew me a lot. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.